What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to do like a tier list here, but not my own tier list. I wanted to react to a JP player tier list. This is from the GameWithJP.jp website for Grand Cross, so I'll link this in the description if you guys want to check it out yourself. I'm farming gold on Grand Cross right now, so I decided I'll do something where I'm not actually on the game, but I'm, discussing Grand Cross still. So this is it right here, the overall strongest character ranking. So as you guys can see, I'm not gonna lie from the jump, there are a few controversial picks, but we'll talk about it. So Trader Meliodas being SSS tier, I agree, it makes sense, you know what I mean. Blue Lilia in SSS tier, that's fair as well. King, that makes sense. Margaret makes sense. Bond makes sense. Fest Merlin, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, I think she could probably be an SS, but SSS tier is fine, I guess. You know, I just don't think Merlin is as potent or as strong as Trader Meliodas, King, Bond, Margaret, like Lilia type of thing, you know what I mean? Those characters are the top of the top, you know, like they are the cream of the crop, you know what I mean? So they are cracked. So I don't know if Merlin should be that high, you know, fair play. Escanor, I feel like is also like, you know, I feel like he's at least SS, but I don't know about SSS because he's fallen off a bit. He's still a good character, but you know, he's not Trader Meliodas and he's not King. Like he can't do what they can, you know what I mean? He can get debuff immunity turn 3, but he's not going to be doing, you know, insane amounts of damage like Trader Meliodas, and he's not going to be wiping the whole field like King. So, you know, there's that. Green Gulter is definitely an SSS tier character. He's run on every single team in the game, basically, as long as you're running different races, and he gives you attack-related stats and rank up with Dissolve. He's just too good. Keo, obviously, a good pick as well. I don't know about SSS tier, but he is very, very strong. So I'm assuming this is probably PvP. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if this is PvE or PvP, but I feel like this is PvP just because putting Keo in SSS tier kind of shows that, right? You wouldn't normally see that. So that's a fair play, I guess. Moving on, we got the SS tier, and we have a lane at the top of SS tier. I don't know if it's also ranked in the tiers, by the way. I think it's just like there. I don't think it's ranked in the tiers, but yeah, no, the Elaine, Diane, Fest Diane, Sariel, Terry in SS tier, that's fair play. Actually, I can agree, actually, just because I don't think Terry is like the top of the game, but he's still really strong. Fest Gulther, fair play. Kusag, yeah, this is definitely a PvP tier list, because if you have Kusag this high, you know, it'd only be in the situation for PvP, because the only other time Kusag's really good is in Bird, because he's really strong in there, and then also, obviously, PvP, as I said, so. Summer Merlin, really good PvP unit as well, because she does, you know, double attack, she attacks heals, triple attack, she prevents gauge fill, which is pretty strong, she has Dissolve. Excalibur Arthur, obviously, as you guys know, if you run him on Bond team, absolutely broken. Like, he's actually just like, you know, getting the Holy Relic off when he full heals and he can stance up, all of that, he's just too strong. Chandler's pretty good. Zelda's backline is the best backline in the game in my opinion, because he gives you free basic stats just for applying debuffs on the enemy, which is very easy with a lot of teams, and you know what I mean. So it's definitely something you can pull off very easily. Assault Mode Meliodas, I don't know if I would agree with him being an SS tier, and the reason for that is because as Assault Mode is, he's not really the strongest character in the game. He does get W's against teams like Merlin, against teams like King. I think he can get W's against a King team. He can also get W's against not Purgatory Bomb, but Trader Meliodas teams, I think, as well. Because when you're attacking into thing to get Trader Meliodas stacks, you're gonna have to attack into Assault Mode and get him powered up. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something he can abuse. He's also pretty good against like debuff teams, like the old Fest King and Elaine team. So there's another thing as well, but. You know, I don't think Assault Mode should be an SS. He should probably be an S+ tier. Sariel being this high, I don't agree with either. If they're accounting him for Link, then sure. But I don't know about actual play. Actual play, this Sariel has definitely fallen off. This Sariel is a lot better now, you know, the newer one. Because he can be basically 4 debuff meta with Zelda's backline. Because he's applying debuffs on the enemy. So that's something I think, you know, could definitely be changed. This Sariel, if they have to like make note about it, you know what I mean? Because I don't really know. It's an overall strongest character ranking, you know. It's not based on, I don't know if it's based on like something specifically, or if it's, you know, just in general, which in general, I don't know if I would put Sariel even that high unless it was for Link, right? Tarmio, I can see it. Tarmio is pretty good for Link. As long as they're talking about it for Link, then it makes sense. But on the play, on the field, he's pretty good as well. If you have him, you know, like fully built, triple defense, he could be pretty strong. Goss Elizabeth is pretty strong as well. And then Red Gother has fallen off just because Green Gother exists, but he's still pretty decent as well. So fair play. We'll give that to the SS tier. Now moving into the S plus tier here, there are some picks in here that I do not agree with at all, and this is just like, you know, especially if this Ragnarok Bond is in S tier, I don't agree with it. And Fest King, I don't agree in S tier. So let's talk about it. So they got Awakened Easton in S plus tier. I don't see the reason why Awakened Easton should be that high. You know, she's not that crazy. She doesn't really do much. I don't think she's providing much to the team. You know, she's one of those characters I don't think slots in S plus tier. Valentine's Molassula should, like low key, if you put Kyo this high, she should be higher and Scotty should be higher too, because the more you value Kyo, the more you can value the counters. And the two counters that are being used right now are Valentine's Molassula and Scotty. So those characters I think should at least be SS tier if you're gonna give Kyo the max tier. But that's just my opinion. So, you know, you could keep them S plus tier though. Matrona is still really good. I don't know about in PvP, but in Bird and Deer, she's really strong. She's definitely one of the best options. Brunhilder's pretty good in Deer. She's also pretty decent on Bird too. Yeah, and then Ragnarok Diane and then Sigurd, fair play. Amelia's still really pretty good. Red Easton is still strong on like a Bond team, you know, a 7 Catastrophes team as well. Green Arthur's a really strong PvE unit, so I guess this is just in general, right? It's not even just PvPs. Okay, it is just in general then. I guess, you know, some of these placements, even if it's just in general, are, you know, hard to say though. Because I don't know if Kyo should even be SSS if it's in general, right? But yeah, no, that's fine, I guess. Omega Rugal I don't think should be this high. This Lily I don't think should be this high as well. Ludo, after his Holy Relic, it depends, honestly. But he could probably stay here if we're talking general. Blue Droll is pretty decent. I don't think he's like that good anymore, but he's still pretty decent, right? Lost Vein Meliodas is still pretty good. Green Esterosa covers a lot of content in the game, being a very strong cheese unit. Green Valenti is pretty good, you know, having a ton of resistance, right? Blue Lilia is fairly good. Tank Diane's pretty good. Green Essenor, no. And Green Merlin, no. Green Merlin is a good backline for alt rush teams, but that's generally going to be used in PvE content. You're not really bringing Green Merlin in PvP as a backline, right? Because there's a lot of other better backlines you can use, like this Bond right here, like this Festival Zeldris right here, right? These are characters that, you know, when you have them in the back, are providing a lot for the team. And I don't know why Bond isn't S here. I think it should at least be S plus, at least. I think that is kind of a travesty, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think like past S plus tier, these tiers kind of are just like wonky, you know what I mean? Let's see if there's any hot takes down here. Let's see. I think these are like fair, you know, arguments here for these characters down here. You know, there are some like niche uses for some of these characters here. I think Red Liz as an SR unit is still pretty decent. Yeah, I don't really think I see anything that is like a hot take down here. Yeah, no, it's pretty fair, I'd say. Yeah, this tier does have some odd picks, you know, like especially where they're placed. But you know, it just honestly depends on where you put it. I would put this king a lot higher. After his Holy Relic too. Yeah, man, I don't know. It honestly just depends. Again, this is like subjective because this is like based on this gamewith.jp website. So if you guys want to see the website and see the actual tier list and see basically all the other stuff they have on this website too, they have CC ranking. They have a lot of other stuff on this website as well. Like you could like I have the CC ranking one pulled up from their website, right? You can like also check high CC characters in the game as well, so that's another thing you can do. But I think this website's pretty good, and it's a good way to kind of give an idea of like what characters are good and how high CC can be, stuff like that, man. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.